I wore a $140 watch to a dinner with 3 men wearing Rolexes. One of them asked me where I got it. It wasn't the watch, it was 10 rules most men have never heard of. And rule number 1 is the one that makes every other rule work. We're starting at rule 10, and it only gets more important from here. Rule 10. Move like you've worn nice watches before. Picture 2 men at the same table. Same watch on each wrist. One keeps glancing at it. He rotates it toward people when he talks. He mentions the brand without being asked. He checks it again 5 minutes later. The other man checks the time once. That's it. Everyone in that room trusts the second man more. And they can't explain why. When you perform a watch, you are telling everyone around you it is new to you. And newness to anything reads as insecurity. The most expensive behavior you can have around a watch is indifference. Wear it like it's always been there. That energy alone will make a $150 watch read richer than a $5,000 one worn with desperation. The next couple of rules are real game changers. Rule 9. One watch, not a noisy wrist. One watch, 4 bracelets, all competing. Every piece fighting for the same space, canceling each other out. The watch you paid good money for? Invisible. The wrist is a small canvas. Crowd it and nothing reads. Edit it down to one strong piece, and that piece commands the room. There is no version of stacking 3 bracelets and a watch that looks wealthy. It looks chaotic, and chaotic looks cheap. One watch, maybe one simple bracelet that does not fight it. That is the ceiling. Anything above that ceiling is noise. And noise makes everything on your wrist look cheaper, including the watch you actually care about. Rule 8. A clean watch looks more expensive than a bigger one. Fingerprints, smudges, grime where the strap meets the case. That watch is $800. Right now it looks like it came out of a cereal box. Same watch. 30 seconds with a soft cloth. Different object. Dirt ages a watch by decades, not months. A neglected $2,000 watch loses to a clean $200 watch every single time. Wipe it down before you put it on. It's free. It takes 30 seconds. Most men skip it anyway. Don't be most men. Rule 7. Match your metals and your leathers. Every metal on your body should belong to the same family. Every leather should match. Silver watch bracelet, silver belt buckle, silver shoe hardware. Brown leather strap, brown belt, brown shoes. Not black. Brown. I know a guy who wore a $3,000 steel watch every day. Gold belt buckle, black shoes, NATO strap from college. He wondered why he never got compliments on the watch. The watch was fine. Everything around it was fighting it. When the metals and leathers on your body speak the same language, people don't see a watch and an outfit. They see a man who pays attention. They call it taste. Taste is rarer than money, and it's cheaper. Rule 6. Fake flex kills your status faster than a cheap watch ever could. You do not need to know what a tourbillon is to feel something is off about a spinning wheel on a $90 watch. Some part of your brain reads it as compensation. Fake diamonds, non-functioning subdials, fashion logos dominating the dial. These do not signal wealth. They signal the attempt at wealth, which is the opposite of wealth. A $120 Casio, worn confidently, destroys a $250 fashion watch dressed up as something it is not. One is honest. The other is hoping you do not look closely. People always look closely. Wait until Rule 4. That makes a real big difference. Rule 5. Cluttered dials look discount no matter what they cost. One dial, 3 hands, clean indices, a date window, nothing else. Every element has room to breathe. It feels expensive before you even read the brand. Another dial, 4 subdials that do not function, text in 4 different sizes, indices fighting the hands for space. The dial is screaming because it has nothing real to say. Patek Langjournée, all obsessed with space. With removing because restraint is hard. Filling a dial is easy. Emptying it takes confidence. If a dial feels busy, that busyness is hiding something. Rule 4. Your watch and your outfit need to agree on the occasion. A dive watch at a black tie event is not Bond. Bond had an identity that made every choice look deliberate. Without that, mismatching your watch and your outfit just looks like you did not think about it. Your watch and your clothes need to operate at the same formality level. Slim dress watch on leather, wear it with a suit. Steel sport watch, business casual. A diver or chronograph, casual to smart casual. Smartwatch, gym. That is it. When everything in your look agrees on the occasion, people assume the whole thing cost more than it did. That is not style theory. That is just how human perception works. Rule 3. Your strap is making you look rich or broke right now. This is the highest return upgrade in this entire video. A $200 watch on the stock rubber strap it shipped with says $200. Nothing more. But the same case, same dial, same movement on a clean leather strap in tan, that is a different watch. The strap is the frame. A bad strap makes a $2,000 watch look cheap. A good strap makes a $200 watch look like a decision. A proper leather strap costs $20 to $30. That is the most underpriced upgrade in men's style. Change your strap this week. The last two rules are the ones most men get wrong. Rule 2. The size rule nobody tells you about. In a photo, a massive watch looks powerful. In person, lugs hanging off the edge of your wrist look like you borrowed someone else's watch. Here is what the watch industry buries in their spec sheets. Case diameter is not the measurement that matters. Lug-to-lug distance is 2 40mm watches. One has a 46mm lug-to-lug distance. The other has a 52mm lug-to-lug distance. On the same wrist, they look like completely different sizes, because they are. If the lugs overhang the edge of your wrist, the watch is too big. That's the test, not the diameter. The overhang. Quiet money wears the right size, not the most impressive size. Rule 1. Wear it like it was made for you. You can match your medals, swap the strap, buy the right size, all of it. And if the watch doesn't fit, if it's spinning, sliding, or floating down your hand, none of it matters. The fit cancels everything else. 1 finger of space between the bracelet and your wrist. Not 2, not 0, 1. It sits just above the wrist bone. The bony bump on your pinky side, not on top of it, right above it. When a watch sits there properly and snugly, it disappears. It stops being an accessory and becomes part of how you move. That is the feeling of a tailored suit. That is the feeling of a man who knows exactly what he is doing. A $150 watch worn correctly beats a $1,500 watch worn carelessly. If this changed how you see your wrist, subscribe. Which one are you guilty of ignoring right now? Drop it in the comments.